Hello, it is World Wide Web Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. Steve Sipress here, and you can see the wind whipping the flag a little bit behind me. And also here we're having some deliveries of some fun stuff for a party we are hosting for some neighbors and friends Friday night in a couple of days. Anyway, figured I'd come out while you can see what the monsoon season is like here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area of Arizona. Above us, crystal clear blue skies, fluffy white clouds, and then just a little bit over, nasty, dark, purple rain clouds right over the mountains in front of our home. So you can see the wind is whipping up, storm is coming, rain is on its way, and yet right above us, looks beautiful. So that's the monsoon around here. There'll be a 15-minute violent, vicious downpour, high winds, trees down, power lines down, flooding, the whole 9 yards, and 15 minutes away, nothing. So let's see if we get the downpour here, or we just kind of see the lightning and hear the thunder a little bit in the distance and somebody else gets smashed by the monsoon. Anyway, hopefully I will be done seeing you before the storm hits. So, World Wide Web Wednesday, GroupM on their podcast, GroupM, which bills itself, I think, as the world's leading media investment company, experts on online advertising, online and offline, but a lot is online these days, and it's World Wide Web Wednesday. So I'm going to talk about their president of whatever, global, international, something or other, came out on their podcast to talk about the state of e-commerce and how e-commerce is taking a dip. Gee, we're in a recession, dude. Now I know the government and other swindlers and hucksters and hoaxsters are trying to convince people, and it's working. Some people actually believe we're not in a recession. Business owners, of course, you being a business owner, if you watch my video, it's likely you are. Obviously, you're smarter than the general public in matters about the economy, and you know, of course. Well, let's see. The first quarter of 22 the economy was smaller, shrunken compared to the fourth quarter of 21. Then the second quarter of 22 was even smaller than the first quarter of 22. Now we're in the third quarter, and all kinds of big retail companies and others are reporting adjusting or what are they're adjusting their forecasts downward for the third and the fourth quarter, which means, unless you're a complete fool or you believe the hoaxsters, once again, the economy is receding. If that's not a recession, what's your definition of a recession? Economy's been in recession, receding, for next week will make at least 8 straight months. And of course, it'll go on, likely for years, and get a lot worse than it is now. Anyway, so what happens when the economy recedes? Well, that's what this GroupM podcast is all about. They said, e-commerce is taking a dip, and that means that companies are going to tamp down their marketing and advertising dollars. And I'm like, of course they are. That's where the opportunity is. So I'm going to do, as I do often, if you pay attention to any of my blog posts or videos or articles or podcasts or anything. We've been through this before. I've been through several recessions, the Great Recession, the minor recession, this recession, that recession. This one's going to be a real long and tough one, but not tough if you pay attention to recession math. So here it is. At least half the companies, probably most companies, when the economy recedes, when times get tough, like it is now and it's going to be for a while, it's going to get worse, they will cut their advertising and marketing, just like this GroupM global president of whatever is saying, and he says it like it's natural, and I guess it is, but not for sharp entrepreneurs. He says, well, naturally, e-commerce spending down, companies are going to cut their advertising and marketing. Like, yeah, naturally they are. Hopefully not you. So here's the math. Let's say half of your competitors in your area cut their advertising and marketing. Natural, it's normal, it's what scared inept or just unknowing, not savvy business owners do. Seems to make sense, right? Wrong. That's because they are incorrectly looking at advertising and marketing as an expense. Not an expense, it's an investment if you do it right. Now, if you do it like most advertising and most companies, that's why 80% of companies go out of business. Their advertising and marketing dollars are spent. They're not invested. They don't get a return. They run crappy ads, crappy marketing, crappy sales operations. So, of course, it's an expense to them and they cut it. So let's say you are a plumber and there's 10 plumbers in your area and 5 of them say, oh, times are tough, I'm going to cut my advertising and marketing. Well, there's still, what, you think people's plumbing is going to work better in a recession? Suddenly people are going to stop having plumbing problems? People continue to have plumbing problems. So now the entire universe prospects in your area that will continue to have plumbing problems for the next 2, 3 years, 4 years, however long this recession is going to last and get a lot worse. Now they're only going to, if they look and search and say, Siri, who's a plumber, or they search on a search engine, or they open their Yellow Pages, or they open their Valpak, or they look in their newspaper, or they turn on the TV on their local channel, whatever it is, looking for a local plumber, and there's only half, they only see half of what they saw before. That means those 5 plumbers, and hopefully that's you, now have a 1 out of 5 shot, even if your marketing and advertising is just sucky like all the rest of them. Not to mention, if you pay attention to me, or you go to mymilliondollarad.com, which I'll help you, give you some ideas to help improve your advertising and marketing. Let's just say all things are equal. You got now, instead of a 1 out of 10 shot, like you did in boom times, getting that client, you now got a 1 out of 5 shot, because half of your competition stupidly cut their advertising and marketing. So if you leave your budget the same, then you got, and it's crappy as everyone else, you got that 1 out of 5 shot. God forbid. I know this sounds crazy. What if you upped your advertising and marketing efforts, budget, and quality during the down times? Now, not only are you only competing against 4 others, but you could have double the budget of them, and now you are instantly number 1 or 2 in the market. And if you put in good ads, if you pay attention to what I teach, you put in really good ads, you'll be pretty much seen as, by anyone in your area, any homeowner in your area has a plumbing problem, the obvious choice. That's your great opportunity in down times. In the boom times, you don't get that opportunity, because 10 out of 10 of those plumbers are going to say, yeah, let's do some advertising and marketing. Times are good. Got to get my name out there. All that kind of nonsense. You've got a tremendous opportunity if you decide to go against the grain and not be one of the typical inept business owners, entrepreneurs, who ramps down the advertising and marketing during tough times. You want to cut your expenses, go ahead. Turn off every other light in your office. Turn the air conditioning down a little bit. Turn it off for an hour a day. I mean, there's plenty of ways to cut expenses. But marketing and advertising done right is not an expense, that's an investment. Ramp that up when you have a better opportunity, because your competitors are sitting it out or being less aggressive, being foolish, stupid, not smart, whatever you want to call it. This is your opportunity. We've been waiting for it. We knew a recession was coming when the government started just spending all kinds of money they didn't have. You know, it started with Trump, with the first stimulus and this and that. You knew the recession was coming. This new Obama's third term nonsense has just ramped it up to a ridiculous level, and now they just did it again with their, now they want to forgive student debt of the wealthy, well-off segment of America, which, like me, went to way too much school. I went to undergrad and I went to law school. Like, you think I should get a benefit of getting my, if I still had it, getting my student loans paid off, as compared to people who went right to work and provided something for society and did something? I mean, give me a break, but that's what they're doing. It's an election season and they're buying some votes there. So, but that's going to make the economy even worse off. The recession will be even worse. So everything they do is making this recession worse, which is the opportunity sharp entrepreneurs have been waiting for. Take advantage, ramp it up, go for it. Market and advertise like you never have before in this downturn. And when it economy comes out of it and turns around, you will be smelling like a rose, and you can thank me later. That'll do it for World Wide Web Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. We still have the winds whipping up, as you can see the flag behind me. Still have the foreboding dark purple and dark blue rain clouds over the mountains. The storm has not hit yet. I'm still dry out here. I'm heading inside, and I will catch you again tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. Thanks for being here today. Over and out. Bye-bye.